What is going on, online fitness coaches? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives Make Money Online Trainer Podcast. This is the #1 show for online fitness coaches who are trying to grow a successful online business. In today's episode, we're talking about getting to $100,000 a month as an online fitness coach, which sounds pretty unbelievable. And I was actually going to do this podcast solo, but then I reached out to the guy that's actually got $200,000 a month, and he was like, yo, I'd love to do the podcast with you. So Don, what's up, bro? Welcome to the podcast.
Dude, it's going good. Thanks for having me. I think this is probably like the 6th time I've been part of your live streams or your podcast. So it's always, great to get on with you and just chat about everything in online fitness coaching.
Dude, it's cool because I was thinking about this the other day, bro, and how grateful I am that you're doing as well as you are, because I really think that you're bringing a gold standard to online fitness coaching, you know? The other day in the 10K Mastermind, when you dropped that video where you basically explained how you do your onboarding process to all the 10K Mastermind members, and I watched that video, I'm like, Don's a really fucking good coach. And the fact that there's somebody like you that's really leading the pack and leading the industry right now is really cool, because I know how much you actually care about your clients, and I know how good your clients' results actually are. And so it's really, really cool to watch you leading the pack, because it's really good to know that the online fitness coaching space right now is being led by somebody that really, really, really cares about his clients. So it's just super cool.
I think there's a lot of great coaches out there, but the one thing that kind of prevents them from, getting to that next level is having their system set up properly. So, before I joined the academy, I mainly just focus on getting client results. And, by getting your clients results, you can do very well. But if you want to get to that next level, there's other things that you gotta actually put work in to make that happen. So that's where, PT domination came in. And obviously without you guys, I wouldn't be in this position where I am today.
So dude, I'm so grateful you said that. I'm not sure if you had a chance to, but did you calculate how much you made in the first 5 months of 2020?
Well, I can give you guys the average. So I'm averaging, well, I'm not going to say I'm averaging, but
not
we're
now,
averaging.
Not now, but in 2020. What were you making in 2020?
Oh, 2020.
Yeah.
So in the entire year?
The first 5 months, you were making on average, what was it? 5 to 10K a month?
Yeah, it was about 10K a month. Before I joined the academy, I hit my record breaking month, which was $17,000.
So in the first 5 months of 2020, you made 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, around $50,000. Yeah.
About that. And obviously COVID hit in March, and from March and April, those were super scary months for me. And where I saw my income dip down to, about $7,000. And that's when I was like, oh shit, I need to do something now.
Yeah. So in the first 5 months of 2021, what's your income at so far?
Over $100,000 each month.
So January, February, March, April, May. So you're around $500,000 in right now.
Yeah, approximately.
So you went from $50,000 in the first 5 months of 2020 to $500,000 in the first 5 months of 2021.
Yeah.
So we 10x'd your business.
We did.
Let's fucking go. I just like saying it out loud. Yeah, that's cool.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. Okay, sweet. So dude, I'm super grateful to have you here. So for everyone that doesn't know who Don Lam is, this is Don Carter. Don Lam is the king of PT Dom, and I know that there's a lot of other people in PT domination that might get triggered when I say that, because we got some super competitive motherfuckers, but Don holds the record. Don holds the record right now at $124,000 a month. Don made $124,000 in the month of December of 2020 in the middle of the 10K Mastermind. So if you're watching this video, give this video a heart for Don Lam if you just are inspired by his journey. So Don Lam made $124,000 in the month of December. So bro, let's do a quick kind of intro of who you are, where you're from, and talk about 2021 and how it's been for you so far in your business.
All right. So I'm from Kamloops, BC. So, I live pretty close to where Brian's from. I've been full-time online coaching since 2017. I did a little bit on the side since 2015. And I was basically just focusing on contest prep at that time. But once I made that full-time transition, I started doing a lot more lifestyle coaching. Since 2014, I've done 6 men's physique shows, and then I've basically been bodybuilding for the last 13 years. And one of the benefits of living in Kamloops is that there's a population of about 100,000 people. And I've worked out at pretty much every single one of these gyms in town for, a good amount of time. So I've built a lot of relationships with the people that go to these gyms, the people that own these gyms. And I think that's played a huge part in my success in, being very well known in this city. But it's also helped me kind of fast track my progress in the online coaching space. So in 2021 so far, we've made $100,000 in 4 of the last 5 months. I haven't done my numbers in May yet, but they're pretty damn close. But yeah, that's where we're at this so far this year, and we're on track to do over 1 million in sales this year.
Dude, I love it because as soon as I told Kirsten this the other day, I'm like, yo, once Don breaks $1 million, then I can say that I've helped the online coach get to $1 million. I'm really excited about that.
So we're gonna make that goal come true.
Dude, let's go. I'm super, super, super pumped about that. So for those of you guys that don't know, by the way, something else that we haven't kind of chatted about yet is that Don is actually going to be a coach in the next round of the 10K Mastermind. So I don't think I've dropped that yet. So let's just fucking sprinkle that into the podcast. So for those of you guys that are thinking about joining the Mastermind, I just want you to know that when you join, you get Don Carter Fit. So I'm super, super, super pumped about that. We're taking on a few more students in the next few days here. So bro, I want to talk about scaling from $20,000 to $30,000 a month, because you were basically around 20 to 30K when you joined the 10K Mastermind. From the academy to the mastermind, you're around 20, 30K to $100,000 a month. Because everybody's how the fuck, how did this guy do this? There's a lot of people that are probably listening to this being there's no way, that's crazy. So let's go back, bro, to when you were making 20 to 30K, you were crushing it in the academy. You utilize the strategies that we gave you to get to 20 to 30. I want to know, what were some of the big mistakes that you were making when you were making 20 to 30K that kept you stuck and prevented you from scaling? Because I can remember you being totally tapped, exhausted, no extra time. I remember a conversation that we had. We'll get into that in a little bit. But what were some of the big mistakes that you were making that was keeping you stuck at the lower income level?
I'd say the number one thing was trying to do everything on my own. So I had a lot of success in level 1, and most of you guys, if you follow everything that's in level 1, you should be able to hit $10,000 within the first 6 months of being in the academy. Now, I felt in level 1, everything was great, but the thing that I was struggling a lot with was just I was working a lot of hours every single day. I was working anywhere from 10 to 14 hours a day. And although I was able to, hit 10 or 20 to $30,000 months, I felt there was no more room to grow after that. If I wanted to have a life and I wanted to have proper balance with my fitness and my relationships and not just work, there's going to have to be something that changed in my business. I need to buy back some of my time. So I knew that joining the mastermind, I was going to learn some of those things to buy me back my time. And, that first month in the mastermind where, actually it was the first week in the mastermind, we hopped on that call, and it was kind of that breakthrough where we started implementing some things to actually release some of the control that I had to buy back some of my time.
So you're basically I feel like a lot of people are doing that in level 1 right now.
Yeah.
In the 10K Academy, you guys, there's so much stuff that we teach you around generating leads and starting conversations and, getting more people into your lead pipeline. But then all of a sudden you've got, all these leads that you want to generate. And you've also now, like, if you're making $10,000 a month, you also have 30 to 40 clients that you have to like manage, and like check-ins that you have to do, and program updates that you have to do. And like, there's all these new ways that you can generate leads, and all these new things that we're telling you guys to do, like get on TikTok. But it's like, once you're making $7,000 to $10,000 a month, like you have to manage your client workload and post on social media and generate your own leads and book your own calls. And like, it's a lot. And so for you, it was like too much work for one person. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because I'd be looking after the coaching, I'd be looking after the lead gen, I'd be looking after the sales, I would do the marketing, and then obviously you have to take care of the administration too.
Yeah.
So there was just a lot to handle by myself. And at that time, like right before I joined the mastermind, I had one other coach that was working for me, which I actually ended up firing. So then I had more workload. And there was just so much that, that we learned in level 1 that I wasn't able to just continue doing strictly on my own if I wanted to, get to that next level.
So like the biggest thing for you, the biggest mistake that you were making was that you were trying to do it all on your own, and like what you needed to do is like buy back more of your time.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people have a hard time, giving up some of their control, and everybody wants it done their way. And, it's just like having trust in somebody else to, help you run your business and, delegate tasks to. It's hard to give up that control because you feel like nobody can do it as well as you. But I promise you guys, if you hire somebody that is a good fit and you train them properly, it can definitely work. And it's everything once you get to that point.
And I want to talk about that for a second. Train them properly is the problem that a lot of online trainers face, because like in the mastermind, we go like super in depth with training, with culture, with step-by-step processes and systems. And I think that the mistake that a lot of online coaches make is that they'll hire somebody, but then they won't train them properly, and they'll treat them like they're an entrepreneur. But like when you're hiring somebody to help you with your business, like you can't hire them expecting them to work at the same level that you work at. Like you're the person that you hire is literally going to do exactly what you tell them to do. And so if you don't have clear and refined processes and systems and not only processes and systems, but if you can't motivate and inspire your team members to work for you, like that's a big problem. And so like, I know that for you, like you're doing, like there's a big thing with like how many employees do you have right now or people that are working with you at DIY Body right now to help you grow your movement?
Yeah. So we have 6 other coaches, and then I have 1 VA, and they're basically all part of my team. Like, we get on team meetings every single week. We do bi-weekly, like I do bi-weekly calls with each coach. And then, we just make sure that, we're communicating throughout the day with group chats. And like if you're not motivating your employees or the other coaches on your team or your virtual assistants, etc., then, they might start to look in another direction. And it's all part of, having a really good culture on your team, because it's like they can always go and do their own thing if they wanted to, but what's going to make them stay and work for your brand? Like there's got to be some incentive for them, and it's got to be an enjoyable process for them.
I love that. And like getting constant mentorship and support and guidance. And I think you do a really good job of that at DIY Body. And I love your guys' culture. Like, I feel like everybody on your team is so positive. Like a lot of them actually come to my social media and comment like frequently. So like, I think that your culture is like very good, bro.
Yeah. That's the one thing that I'm looking for in a coach, is that, what is like, are they a good fit? And a lot of my coaches are actually my prior clients. So they've kind of grown with me. They know my process. They know what my philosophy is like in terms of how I run my business, but also like how I coach and train my clients. So I love to hire within, and I love to see their progression, from not working out to working out and getting great results, and then becoming a certified personal trainer, and then, running their own online coaching business.
I love that so much. That was literally how me and Cole started working together. So Cole and I, we did two fitness competitions together. Actually, no, we did the first fitness competition together. He won, and then he's like, "Bro, I want to be a trainer." And I literally was like, he was like so green, and I was like, "You have to win your next show and get your certification, and then I'll hire you to be my trainer." And he won his next show, and he got certified while he was training. And I was like, well, shit. Like, when I hired him, I actually didn't have anything available, but I was like, well, I promised you I fucking was going to give you something. So
I think Cole works really well under pressure.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, I'm coaching Cole with his fitness.
Yeah.
And I know he loves it when you tell him exactly, like, you know, this is what you got to do and you got to get it done. And he loves that. He actually thrives way better under pressure. And if you're too easy on him, then he might get more relaxed. So he loves the pressure and he loves it when you give him more things to do. Yeah,
he crushed it. Even now, like in PT Domination, he's taken more of like a leadership role. And like, I just literally was like, took a huge step back. I was like, all the decisions are yours to make now. And he just loves it. He's like, all right. Like, he just like loves making the calls. Yeah. He's really, really good with that. Okay. So bro, I think that like having 100, like I want to talk about, you know, being overloaded with clients. Cause I think that there's a lot of people that are, you know, at 5 to 10 to 15K per month right now, but they're just overloaded. Like they've got so many clients right now. They're managing 50 plus clients with inefficient systems. Their organization might not be very good. They want to generate leads, but like online coaches, you can't grow into pain. And so can you talk about like having 100 plus clients and like what that was like for you, and like having like knowing that you can grow your business, but also knowing that you had so many clients that it was like hard to manage. What was like the biggest struggle you had when you had all those clients, and what were some of the ways that problem manifested? Like what were your biggest struggles, and then what did that cause?
I think it's hard to do anything in life when you have 100 clients. You literally have 100 people relying on you every single day to keep them motivated and to keep them on track. And when you have that many people relying on you, when you have inefficient systems, it doesn't go as well as you want. Like these days, I'd rather have less clients and have a higher quality service than spreading myself too thin and kind of just giving everybody a little bit of me each day. Like I like to get to know my clients very well and have a great relationship with them. But when I had 100 clients and doing it all myself with inefficient systems, it just wasn't my cup of tea. And I didn't really enjoy the process.
Yeah. I think at that point, like when, like, I think, let me know if
I honestly kind of dreaded my life at that point.
Dude, I fucking feel that in my bones. If you're an online coach right now and you're tuning in and you are so passionate about fitness coaching and you want to scale your business, but you feel like you're overloaded with all the current clients that you have and you want to grow, but you're also overloaded, like, let me know if you relate to that. Because I feel like that's so fucking true. Like you can be like, Don, I know you're so passionate about fitness coaching and I know you're so passionate about helping people change their life. But when you have, it's like you want to scale your business, but then you scale your business and you get so fucking busy that you like don't have time for your significant other, and you don't have time for your fitness, and then you don't have time to work on your mindset, and then everything else kind of takes a back burner because you're serving clients. And at that point, it's like the thing that we love becomes diminishing returns. So me and you had a phone call when you were at 100 clients and you were like stuck, like you have $40,000 a month. It was like up and down. It was like 30, 40, like 35. I remember like that, like up and down, right? It was up and down. Yeah. Me and you chatted for about like 45 minutes about like optimizing your onboarding process. And literally the next month, I think it was the next month when you broke Chad's record, wasn't it?
Yeah. So in that first month of the mastermind, we hopped on that call because my systems were super inefficient. And at that time I was overwhelmed because I had about 90 clients at that time. And we hopped on that call. We chatted about 45 minutes and I was like, okay, I'm going to implement everything that you're telling me right now. And we might take a little bit of a step back this month, but this is going to set us up for successful months down the road.
Yeah.
So in that first month of the mastermind, I was not expecting to even hit like $40,000 a month, but because I implemented immediately, we ended up doing $51,000 in the first month of the mastermind. And then in the second month, I ended up hitting $74,000.
Breaking Chad's fucking record.
Yeah, and let me talk about that for a second. Like, okay, so there might be a misconception out there that like that's all I cared about breaking Chad's record, but like I think Chad set the bar so high that it actually gave me a target to shoot for. And I personally think I perform way better under pressure. And without Chad setting that bar at I think it was what
$57,000 Canadian.
$57,000 Canadian, there would have been no way that I would have even thought that was feasible to do. Are we getting a little bit of echo? If we are,
no,
like,
we're good, bro. We're good. Okay. You're good.
So there would have been no way that I would have even thought that I could achieve that kind of success in 1 month without Chad first going through it. So like, I'm very grateful for Chad, and like the fact that you guys, set that as one of the goals of the mastermind, that helped me push myself out of my comfort zone, because it's really easy to get comfortable and settle when you get to a certain point. And that's happened to me so many times throughout my business. When I first started my business, I was like, if I make $3,000 a month, then I'm good. That's all I got to make. Like if I make $3,000 a month, I made it. And you hit 3 and you're like, okay, I need to like step my game up a bit and then go for 5. And then you go for 10. And then when you get to 10, it's like, okay, well, like I'm making more than most people I know. Like nobody else out there is making 10 a month. And then, like you're like, okay, well, if nobody else is making 10, then, I'm cool just chilling here.
I'm good.
You're like I made it. Like, I don't like, I can buy whatever I want now. I'm not worried about, paying my bills. I can live a good life. Like, why do I need to make more money? Like, but the thing, guys, is like nothing is ever guaranteed. You don't know what tomorrow is going to look like. And that's what happened to me during 2020 is like when COVID hit, I was making 10K a month, but when the pandemic hit, it was like, oh shit, like, is this going to go away now? Like, is my business going to disappear? And that kind of fear like really fired me up. And that's what caused me to, double down and just put the work in to get to the point where I am today.
Dude, I think I got to sneeze. 1 sec. Hopefully I don't. Okay. Who am I coming out? I want to talk about a couple of things. It's like I'm on the verge of sneezing. Number one is getting comfortable. There is a little bit of an echo now. Weird. Can you try muting yours while I talk, Don?
Yeah, give me 1 second. How do I mute?
Oh, wait, there we go. 1 sec. I got it. Okay, cool. So I want to talk about getting comfortable for a second, because I think that a lot of online coaches do that, right? A lot of online coaches will get to a certain level, and then they're like, oh, I'm making 10, 20 a month. Like, I'm good now. But then what ends up happening, you guys, is like over time, you literally feel like you're slowly, like, it's almost like you're withering away. It's like, even though you're making 10 to 20 a month, even though you're doing good, even though you're doing decent, there's like this internal feeling of knowing that you could do more, knowing that you could do better, knowing that you could be progressing. And I think for me, it's like we need the Don Lams. Like, we need the Don Lams. We need the Andrew Chows. We need the Maverick Willets. We need the Chad Morgans to set the tone. Because, dude, for you, we need the Keith Arringtons. Like, for you, Don Lam, like, you coming into the master, like, one of the things that like me and Cole were talking about the other day is like, if it wasn't for Chad Morgan coming in and like setting the tone, then I don't think you would have came in and set the tone for, now the tone is like, now the tone's up here. But because you did that, like, dude, the students in the mastermind right now, like Andrew Chow just made $25,000 in a 4-day challenge. And the reason he did that is because he wants to come for you, like, because you set the fucking tone. And so I think it's really important to know that, like, we need like the Mavericks like you that like set the tone and carve a path, because if it wasn't for clients like you, then, we wouldn't Like we wouldn't be progressing the way that we are. As like even I'm grateful for you, bro, because like even though it's your business, like because you set the bar so high, like everybody else is inspired to reach for like that level. And like, yeah, you might be the biggest fish in your pond, and that's cool, but are you really going to settle for that just because you're the biggest fish in your pond? Because there's like you're just playing in a small pond. And that's the benefit of the mastermind, dude. Like that's why I love the mastermind, is because when you're like surrounded by those people, people that are like, you're an average of the people that you spend the most time with.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're surrounded by people that are hungry, that are sharks, that are like, that want to do more, that want to progress, that want to evolve, that want to get better, that want to evolve as coaches, that want to progress their income, that want to just reach for the next level in life, like it automatically rubs off on you. Automatically.
Yeah. And one point that you made is, you know, when you're making like 10 and you feel like you're withering away, I kind of feel like that even making $100,000 a month. Like there's days where I'm like, oh shit, like I could be doing so much more now to get to that next level. But I'm like, am I doing enough? Like I could be working harder. And like, that's always kind of like part of who I am. And it's good because it's like without that kind of mindset, then, you know, you're just going to get way too comfortable and never really push yourself outside of your comfort zone to get to that next level. So it's funny, like it's always going to be part of that process, but you know, embrace it and continue striving for more. But one thing that I haven't really talked a lot about is you guys are really good at helping us set goals. As you know, like when I kind of went through the mastermind, like after, you know, I broke Chad's record and I got to $124,000 a month, I kind of stopped setting goals for myself because I was like, damn, like, you know, why do I need to continue setting goals at this moment in time? Like I'm already doing well.
You're like, I'm the fucking man. I made it.
But we had a hot seat, and I remember one of the things you guys told me to do is to go away and create myself a vision board. And after that weekend, I ended up creating my vision board, and I'm looking at it right now, and it tells me everything that I'm going to accomplish in 2021. Right. And since that point, I've made a commitment so that every single month we're going to do at least $85,000 a month, and it's happening. So I think goal setting is another huge part of why students coming into the mastermind do so damn well, is that you guys are really good at helping us set our goals.
I love that, dude. Thank you so much for that. It's everything. And I think that it's just like a fitness journey, right? Like in our fitness journey, whenever you sign a fitness client, like the biggest thing you want to know is like, what do you want to accomplish? Like, what are your goals? Like, what do you want to lose 20 pounds? Do you want to put on some lean muscle tissue? It's like, what are your goals? It's like the biggest thing that you ask your fitness clients when they join your program. And I think in business coaching, it's the same thing. It's like, it all comes down to like, what are your goals? Like, what do you want to accomplish? Like, what do you want to do? And I think that a lot of people, when it comes to goal setting, like, especially in business coaching, because I think that, and that's why it's good to have the Mavericks, the Chads, you know what I mean? Like, it's really good. It's good to have the Don Lams, the Andrew Chad. Like, we need people like this because they show us what's actually possible. And so when you're setting your goal, instead of, it's like, did you know before Roger Bannister ran the 4-minute mile, like nobody had done it in human history, like not one person. Then after Roger Bannister ran the 4-minute mile, like there's been 20,000 other people that have done it on record, more than that. And some of them are high school kids. But the reason that happened is because when you believe that something's possible before you start to execute, like that makes it so that like it can become a reality a lot easier because you know it's been done. And so it's like, if it's been done by one person, it can be done again. And so there's students right now that are in the mastermind that are coming for you in their mind. Like I know I've talked to them. Like I talk to them. They're like, I'm coming for Don. I'm coming for Don. I'm coming for Don. I'm like, good. I'm like, I hope you do. I'm like, because that's going to I know that's going to fire Don up too. But yeah, goal setting is so important, man. So I want to talk about like that month that the actual month that you made $124,000, the month of December. I want to talk about that month. I want to break it down. So like systematically, what do you think were some of like the big things that led to that big of a month in December? Like, why do you think December was so huge for you?
Yeah, so leading into December, we knew that December and January were going to be massive months. You've got the New Year's rush. Everybody is into fitness during that time, and if you don't take advantage of the New Year's rush, you're leaving so much money on the table. So, knowing that, we made sure that we had my team set up so that we could handle that workload. And we'll get in. I'll get into a little bit more specifics, but I made sure that I had enough coaches on my team to be able to handle the amount of new clientele that was going to come into the business.
So you hired for expansion. You knew.
Yes.
You're like, I know it's going to be a big one. So you prepared by hiring for expansion.
Correct. So at that time, before December, we had 4 coaches on the team. Now, including myself, there was 5 coaches, and I think that was enough coaches on the team to handle the new clientele that was about to come through in December and January. Now, in December, we ran the 4-day challenge, and that's something that we learned that month. I believe we learned it that month, right?
Yeah, in the mastermind. Yeah.
Yes. So this basically was like the perfect timing to introduce people to like what would it look like to actually work with us. Here's a little sneak peek of what it's like to work with us before the New Year's rush even happened. So we dropped that challenge before Christmas, and we gave people strategies to slay the weight. That was the name of our challenge, and stay on top of their fitness goals even throughout the holidays. So there was a lot of hype going into it. We had like 100, I think we had like 100 applications come through for the challenge. We brought in about 75 people, and this challenge just like absolutely blew up. There was so much engagement in it. Our community was absolutely lit. And we ended up making around, I think, $23,500 strictly from the challenge.
He set the record for the 4-day challenge, by the way.
And the only reason I pushed for that record is because Natasha had the record of $20,000 a month.
Dude, and so you broke Natasha's record. And by the way, so Don Lam's record was 23.5K. And then the last 4-day challenge we just ran with the Mastermind, I told them all that. And Keith Arrington, I'm pretty sure Keith Arrington is hunting for your record right now. He's still got 2 more calls. Yeah. Andrew Chow broke your record at 25K. And the only reason he did it is because you fucking did it. And I talked about this in a podcast recently about how like everyone in the Mastermind is super competitive. Yes. Everyone. Like as soon as people realize that you had the record, they're like, I'm coming. And now that Andrew has it, Keith is coming for Andrew. It's like, yeah, it's funny. That's super funny. Sorry, continue.
Yeah. So that 4-day challenge was like one of the key parts of us hitting that record breaking month. But November was a great month for us. That's when we did 74,000. And I think, us getting used to that, it was more doable. Like once you hit that new goal, that becomes your new standard. And you're like, you want to do better than that. And that's the point where I was like, okay, so now that we've broken the record for PT Dom, like I want to set this bar so high. So I don't want anybody touching this record for the next while. So I was like, guys, we're going all out and we're going to crush this month here. So, yeah, basically we worked our ass off in December. The obviously the New Year's rush was a big part of that success.
Yeah.
But since then, we've gotten used to that $100,000 a month, and now we've just continued growing the team. And now our coaches also have so much more confidence and experience being part of the team and working with more people that it's becoming, I'm not going to say like easier, but it's more manageable for us to maintain like $100,000 month.
That's so cool. Yo, when you were doing like when you were in the middle of 100,000, like the first $100,000 month that you had, were you blown away? Like, were you like, this is fucking crazy, or were you just executing? Like, did it feel amazing? Did it feel crazy, or was it just like you had your head down, you were just working?
It was a little bit of both, I think. It was so busy that I don't think I had time to time to like really let that sink in. But I knew that when we were on the verge of breaking 100,000, like I made sure like I was letting you guys know, and we had the group chat for the mastermind going on. And I was like, guys, I'm like this close from breaking it, and it was pretty damn cool to actually have that happen. But we were busy working. We were busy just doing our thing and working long hours every single day.
I think so just by the way, I think I've talked about this as well, but you were working 18-hour days. I think you said you worked out 3 times that month, right?
When when you're pushing for record breaking months, sometimes you got to sacrifice some things.
I remember you told me, I'm like, you worked out 3 times. I was like, what the fuck, bro?
It Yeah, and like I became so obsessed with, making sure like this was going to get done and setting that bar so high that there was just so many things to manage at that point. And
all your clients, making sure that they're still getting amazing results, like managing your coaches, managing the lead flow, like all of it, getting the looms ready, all of it.
yeah, I was working with about 100 people at that point, and that was a point where I felt like now I have so many great coaches on my team that I'm going to start empowering them. And the leads that were coming for me, like I was 100% confident that my coaches could coach these people that were reaching out. And that's something that I'm super proud of at this moment in time, is that now I'm actually working with less clients, but my coaches are working with more clients. And I love to see that. Like, I want my team to be great because not only because of me, but like we've got a great team, and people are hiring us because of our name and not necessarily because of me.
That's really cool. And it's like way more than just you now. So it's like now you've got 6 coaches on your team that are like at your level, and it's not just you anymore. And you're leading the team, you're leading the movement. It's like the DIY brand, but it's like people are wanting to work with the DIY brand now. It's not just Don Lam. They want to work with you guys.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be able to do this without them. Like, I love the community that we've built now, and all of the coaches chiming in. And a lot of the reason why people stay is because of our community. Like, one part of coaching is of coaching people and making that sale is to bring in new clients, but the other aspect is retaining your clients. And without a great community and support from the team members, it's a lot harder to retain your clients. And now, when clients come in to our program wanting to do like a 16-week transformation program, they actually end up staying for the full year.
That's amazing. That's so cool. I love that so much. Okay, bro. So there's people that are listening to me and you right now, and they're in the 10K Academy. And we actually did have 50 people apply for the mastermind. We're going to be taking on 15 students. So we've gotten some interviews coming up pretty soon. So for those people that are listening to this right now that want to get to $124,000 a month like you, and they want to break your record, and maybe not $124,000 a month. Maybe they just want to double their business. Maybe they just want to hire a team. Maybe they just want to buy some of their time back. Maybe they just want to scale to the next level. For those people that are listening to this right now that want Don Lam's results, what should they do coming from Don Lam?
The obvious answer is you got to join the mastermind. The mastermind is going to provide you that tight-knit group and the one-to-one coaching that's going to take your business to that next level. There's so many things that you don't even know you need in the mastermind. And once you get them, it's like you can't live without them. So if you guys been thinking about like joining the mastermind, it's a no-brainer. With one of the like, if you learn one little thing in the mastermind, it will literally, it could literally like pay for your entire mastermind course. So, you know, guys, like if you guys been thinking about it, it changed my life. It's gonna change your life. So take that leap and make it happen.
Dude, I love it. I actually talked to Andrew Chow about that the other day. I'm like, bro, you just made $25,000 from a properly executed 4-day challenge. I'm like, more like that's like double paid for your year. How does that feel, bro? like you just like paid off the mastermind times 3. Like, how does that feel? He's like, that's fucking crazy in 4 days. Dude, thank you so much for coming on here, man. I appreciate you so much. You're fucking the king of PT Dom, setting the tone. And like, dude, I really am turbo grateful for you. Like, I think that the amount of knowledge and insight and now knowing that like the 10K mastermind gets to hear from you. I remember when I was like, bro, and I was like looking, because I knew that me opening up the mastermind to some of the academy students, I knew that I had to bring on another coach. And it's always hard because like in order for there to be a coach in the 10K mastermind, it needs to be somebody that people respect, because if people don't respect you, they're not going to listen. Right. So if somebody from the academy comes to the mastermind and they're like out earning the mastermind coach, like they're not going to listen to the mastermind coach. So I'm like, I need to hire somebody that is crushing it. And the obvious answer was Don, but I'm like, I don't know if he'll do it. But like dude, I'm so excited to have you as a mastermind coach for the next round. It's going to be dope.
Well, I'm super grateful to be part of the team too, because like this is one of the things that I love about working with a lot of online coaches. Like, first people come to us for fitness coaching, but they get so inspired through the process that they sometimes want to become personal trainers and online coaches. And a lot of them come to me for mentorship and guidance on like how to start their business. And it's one of the parts that, sometimes I'll help people out with, but getting that opportunity to now be able to really just give you guys my brains. Like, I want to tell you guys all of my little secrets that I've basically implemented in my business over the last 3 years, and all the things that I've learned to fine tune in my process to make my business more efficient. And, getting that opportunity to do that now with the mastermind group, like I'm so excited, because I think that some of the things that I'll be able to teach will really help these clients or these students get to that next level and just absolutely crush it.
Yo, if you're watching this right now and you're excited to learn from Don Lam, drop some fucking fire right now. Because I think every time you come on, I'm like, oh, these guys are about to learn today. They're about to learn today. And dude, I'm stoked. Let's go. I'm freaking stoked. Where do they find you, bro? Where do they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Don Carter Fit. My business Instagram is DIY Body, and that's where you'll primarily find me. I still need to get on TikTok. You can add me on Facebook, Don Lam, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Cool. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This is the Change Lives Make Money Online Trainer Podcast, the #1 show for online fitness coaches who are trying to go successful online business. If you want to be entered to win $1,000 cash from watching this episode, all you need to do is screenshot this podcast episode, share it to your Instagram stories, tag me at BMarkFit, let me know that you're tuning in, and you're automatically entered to win $1,000 cash. The King, Don Lam, and Brian Mark are out. Talk to you guys in the next episode. Let's go. Peace.